Usually it doesn't take too long to get up and running. You do not see which region I want to pick. So if you're going through the code lab, you see pick the region. I didn't have to do this because I did it before, but I picked US East 1 because that's closest to my location. One other thing that you will see while we're running here, so we're almost there. So we see the URL. So basically it is the project ID dot the location. So if you look at over here on the code lab, there's project underscore ID dot region dot underscore ID. So project ID, region, US East, so UE. And now we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and now visit that. Oops. I didn't copy and paste the whole thing, just part of it. Hello there. So we see a web page. It's running Flask. I visited this link. With a handful of commands, I've deployed a web server. Good job, me. And good job, all of you. But we can also get this through the command line too, right? So let's say that we want to use this through another program, or we have another service that we want to talk to this App Engine program. Well, first, let's get the host name. So I've got a nice long command here. I'm going to pop it into the shell and we can talk about it. So we're basically getting an environment variable here, App Engine underscore hostname. And then we have this $ parenthesis gcloud describe blah, 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 blah. All we're doing is running a gcloud command to get the ID. So I'm going to pull it into this variable. And if I want to see what it is, this is not in the code lab, echo $app engine hostname. So echo is print in the bash world, and then $, this means it's an environment variable. So we pulled it in over here, and now we can just echo it out. And what we see is basically just the URL minus the HTTPS part. So how do we get this in the terminal? Take this and apply to whatever application you're writing where I would need to communicate with it. So one of the more common ways of doing that is with curl. And curl, if you've never looked into it, sorry, curl -- help. This is basically just a command for interacting with internet services. So there's a whole bunch of things you can do with it. Most commonly used to upload or download data from websites, honestly. But curl, HTTPS, // now let's put in our variable. We get hello there. And because we put that /n in, it went down an extra line for us. So that's what we see. Again, I could just type out the actual URL in there and it would do the same thing. But by adding in this environment variable, we can interact with it later on, basically, without having to retype it out. Cool. So we have a web app deployed. Easy enough, nothing too crazy. But here's where the cool thing comes in, at least I think the cool thing. Video's getting a little bit long at this point, but I want to show you this part where let's make a change, right? This is common. Somebody adds a new commit. We have a bug fix that we've added. Oh crap, now we have to redeploy this app. How do we do that? Do we pull it from development to production? Do we do this? Do we do this? Do we do this? Or we can just redeploy the app. And it takes like 2 seconds, and it's awesome. So instead of just writing hello world, let's write the name of the person who we're talking to. So let's update our script, change it over to desert. So let's get a query string argument. So instead of hello there, we'll comment this out. Pound is comment in Python. Who equals request.args.get who world. And then return, and this is a Python 3 thing, f hello who /n. And let's add our hello there who. So what we're doing basically is we are, instead of just returning hello there, we are going to return hello there with a name that you're passing in via an argument. And because we're using get, it's a query string. Okay. So I made basically 2 changes. I got rid of the old one. I added the new one here. this F and this brace who, this is a Python 3 thing. You could also have done return, actually not, let's, you could also do like return hello there, brace 0, that format who, that would also work. But let's just use what they have written out here. Okay, so I've saved it. I'm going to quit. Now, how do we add it to our app engine? We just redeploy. Gcloud app deploy. Do you want to continue? Yes. And it's going to go ahead and automatically update for us. Again, no mucking about with servers, with infrastructure. All we've done is make a code update and we redeployed it. So the one thing to kind of talk to while we wait, so this query string thing I've been talking about, this get command. So you've seen, I'm sure you all have seen this in websites where you have google.com// blah blah slash blah blah question mark something ampersand something ampersand something. That part is the query string. So the question mark and after that. That's how you can basically pass data around. Actually, sorry, you see it right here. So question mark project equals CIS680 main project. So that's one variable. And service ID equals default. That's another variable. So here we see who equals universe. This would return hello universe if we pass that in. Okay, so it has deployed. If I go to this website, internal service error. Haha. Did it not update? What doesn't it like? Let's do some bug fixing here. So let's see what the error is. I probably screwed up something. Again, I like leaving in my errors just so you can see where things can go wrong. Feel free to skip. All right, nothing's happening here. So let's check out our main.py. What did I do wrong? Bug equals true, equals request.args.get, who world, return f hello there, who. Oh, yeah, okay. I did this in my demo too, when I was playing around with this earlier. I forgot a package. So we're importing Flask, but we have no idea what request is. And those of you that have used Flask are probably screaming, why didn't you fix that? So request.args.get does not exist for Python until we import request. So sorry for the long video, but always nice to see what happens when we screw up. So let's redeploy that now. It should take another second. This one I'll trim out. Okay, so we have now updated our app engine with our silly little fix. I go ahead and refresh, and we should see a happy message. Hello there, world. Okay, so again, world is what we're saying is the default if we don't have a variable. But I can say question mark who equals Eric. Hello there, Eric. Hello there, universe. Hello there, CIS680 %20 student. %20 is a space for URL lingo. But there's our data in the browser. And again, we can get this in the terminal. So let's go ahead and curl. I'm just going to put the, sorry, I'm going to put the whole thing in here. So I'm going to, let's see, clear this, copy, paste, curl, link to our URL with our query string. Hey, right there in the terminal. This data would be coming back into whatever we called with curl or whatever query command in your language choice. So to summarize what we did here, we deployed an App Engine script. We deployed it. We made some very easy changes. We redeployed it, realized that I screwed up, redeployed again, and we have a nifty, effectively, infrastructure-less service here. Feel free to use this in your microservices, in your various programs that you want to deploy. and have fun with it. Last but not least, though, I have this script that's running, and there is no information in the code lab about how to disable it, right? So I have this thing that is just sitting there that anybody could query. Now, yes, I could secure it, and we'll talk about security later on, but I'm going to go ahead. So I'm still in this App Engine page. I'm going to click Disable because I don't want to use this anymore. And this gives you a very GitHub-like confirmation. Are you sure you want to disable it? Yes, I want to disable it. So copy paste the app ID, disable. I don't need App Engine running until, I really want it to be running. So other than that, hope you had a good and informative video. Feel free to bug me about my horrible choice in text editor settings if you want. But other than that, have a great day. Bye, everybody.